Now let's look at a biology sort of model. The general field we're talking about here is pharmacokinetics. Kinetics kind of means what happens to chemicals, and pharma is for pharmaceuticals, or pharmacodynamics is another related concept. Let's look at a pain reliever called Tylenol. I think it has another name in the UK. So roughly 15.9% is lost or decays from the body every hour. Let's take time steps of 1 hour. I'm going to say we have 500 milligrams in the body to begin with. I'm not an actual doctor, so don't take my word on anything involving medicine here. This is just playing around with stuff, math class kind of stuff. My mother-in-law used to remind me that, well, technically I am a doctor because I have a PhD. I'm not the kind of doctor who helps people, so just keep that in mind. Let's go program this in Excel. So we'll start with our same sheet as before. And here we're pretending, we're saying that we just have a single dose rather than taking multiple doses. So decay of single dose of medicine. Our decay rate was negative 15.9 per hour. This is still growth rate per time period, and this is no longer centuries, it's hours. Amount of Tylenol in milligrams. And we said let's start with 500. So on this time scale, it dives really fast. I guess we don't really need to go out that far. Still looks like we're getting exactly exponential decay. We could go looking for the half-life again. If I start with 500, then the half-life would be when I get to 250, which is just about at the 4-hour mark. Have you noticed we haven't changed this formula at all? We've just been changing the labels and the value there, but I have yet to actually change that formula. I could have put a negative there and used a positive decay rate per hour, but it's kind of nice to not change formulas if you don't need to. Another interesting thing going on, we've got this negative 15.9% growth rate or decay rate, but let's look at the exponential fit here. It's not negative 0.159. There's actually a logarithmic kind of relationship going on there that I'm sure you could play around with yourself. All right, so that's taking a single dose, having it all available immediately in the system, and then just tracking it as it decays.